What's up, Suplex Rumble family? If you're new, subscribe now because Seth freaking Rollins just returned to SmackDown with Akam and Rezar, the authors of Pain, and together they delivered a statement of dominance that has the entire wrestling world buzzing. Let's break it all down. Let's set the scene. SmackDown was already electric when suddenly, that entrance hits. Seth Rollins appears, and the crowd goes insane. But he's not alone. Behind him stand Akam and Rezar, two absolute monsters who are about to remind everyone why they're called the authors of Pain. For those unfamiliar with AOP, let me quickly educate you. These men are former tag team champions, developmental dominators, and two of the most physically imposing performers in wrestling. Pure power, devastating offense, and an aura of destruction. Screen quick AOP highlight graphics, pairing them with Seth Rollins, one of the most strategic, talented, and accomplished stars in WWE, creates something terrifying. You've got the Visionary's brain combined with AOP's brute force. The presentation was perfect. Seth walked with that calculated confidence, and AOP flanked him like twin towers of destruction. The body language screamed, "We're here to dominate." Screen, social media explosion graphics, social media erupted. Twitter trends exploded. Wrestling fans collectively lost their minds. Nobody saw this coming, and that element of surprise made it even more powerful. Host, leaning in, but the real statement came with what happened next: absolute, calculated destruction. What Seth and AOP did next sent shockwaves through SmackDown. This wasn't just an appearance, this was a declaration of war. Screen impact graphics, according to reports from those in attendance, Seth and AOP had clear targets. Whether specific individuals or simply making a statement to the entire roster, the result was the same: complete domination. Let me paint the picture. Akam and Rezar move with purpose. These aren't wild attacks, this is calculated destruction. Seth points, AOP executes. It's coordinated, efficient, devastating. Screen power move description graphics, the power moves are brutal. Opponents lifted, thrown, slammed with authority that shakes the entire ring. The impact is visceral. You can feel the force through the screen. And Seth? He's orchestrating everything. He's the architect designing his masterpiece. Every move serves a purpose, every attack sends a message. This is chess played with human beings. What makes this so effective? The contrast. Seth brings speed and technical excellence. AOP brings raw power and overwhelming force. Opponents can't prepare for both simultaneously. Multiple people fell victim to this assault. One after another, anyone in their path was left laying. The message? Crystal clear: Seth Rollins is back, he's brought reinforcements, and nobody is safe. The aftermath was chaos. Officials trying to restore order, medical personnel checking on victims, the locker room on high alert. Seth and AOP turned SmackDown upside down in minutes. And here's what made it perfect: Seth remained calm throughout. Not wild or out of control, but calculated and commanding. That combination of intelligence and ruthlessness? Terrifying. As they stood tall surveying their destruction, Seth grabbed a microphone and made it clear: this is my SmackDown now. This is my vision. Anyone who stands in my way faces the same fate. The conviction, the confidence, the absolute belief, that's what makes Seth Rollins one of the best ever. Let's talk about why this alliance makes perfect sense from every angle. Because this is strategic brilliance. Screen alliance analysis graphics. Seth Rollins has always understood faction warfare. The Shield revolutionized WWE. The Monday Night Messiah had disciples. Seth knows power comes in numbers when those numbers are the right people. But what makes this special is the specific choice. AOP aren't just muscle, they're elite tag team wrestlers with incredible credentials. Screen benefits breakdown graphics. What AOP brings to Seth's vision: 1. Protection. Seth can focus on his goals without worrying about being outnumbered. 2. Intimidation. Having these monsters beside you changes everything about how opponents approach you. Built-in storylines for six-man tags or AOP pursuing tag gold. 4. Versatility. Strategic options are endless. Host, from AOP's perspective, this is equally beneficial. They get aligned with a megastar. They get purpose, direction, and featured television time. They remind everyone why they're dominant. Screen credibility graphics. This alliance doesn't feel forced. You believe this group could take over SmackDown. The credibility is instant. Seth's strategic mind plus AOP's physical dominance? That's a recipe for total control. Host, excited. The chemistry was evident immediately. That's not always the case. Sometimes it takes months to develop. Seth and AOP look like they've been planning this for years. Throughout wrestling history, the best factions have clear structure: a visionary leader, check. Enforcers who execute, check. Clear goals, check. Visual cohesion, check. Seth and AOP hit all the marks for what makes a faction work. Host, let's talk about what this means for SmackDown, because the implications are massive. Screen roster impact graphics. Implication 1: power structure shifted. Whoever was at the top just got serious competition. Seth backed by AOP is an immediate threat to anyone holding power or gold. Implication 2: Tag division on notice. Even if Seth pursues singles glory, AOP can simultaneously dominate the tag division. Current champions and contenders just got a major problem: alliance formation. When a dominant faction emerges, others must respond. Do rivals band together? Do existing groups strengthen? This creates organic storytelling where everyone's affected. Screen, storyline possibilities, graphics. Implication 4: individual targets. Anyone with history with Seth just got put on notice. Past rivals, enemies, obstacles, they're all potential targets. Immediate compelling storylines.